even Uma's barking and mad that you're not dancing.
I'm just saying you could dab or something. You're not
Welcome
better
to
than
Weekend at
us.
Chili's. I am Chili B. Chill, known as Arnie Shillman, aka Ira Stidham. Um, and I'm not gonna give you screen sharing permission, Jordan. It's not gonna do it, Jordan. You can keep trying.
It was
Every
really
stream,
funny.
it's not gonna
trying.
happen.
While
It's
everyone
not
was
gonna
dancing,
happen, buddy.
I wanted to pull up my screen because I had Indeed open,
Just like looking for jobs.
just looking for jobs while everyone was dancing.
Well, with me as always, Adam Cagley, Nida Nizam, and Gordon Stidham. Here we are. Did Nida? I think we lost Nida. Did we lose you, Nida?
What did you call me?
I don't know why that got me so much. That was really
Called
good.
you Gordon.
Gordon.
Why did you call me Gordon?
I can't.
Do you
I
think
can't-
my name is
you
Gordon Stidham?
Can you guys see and hear Nida?
No.
No.
Okay.
She's a square with a N in it and the mute symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we will continue to wait for her, and I'll just be chatting on the stream. Hi.
Oh
How are
wow,
you-
this
how
is
are
high
you?
quality content.
How you guys?
Uh,
Hi.
Hello.
So, what did you guys think of the? I mean, look. Here's my take on the episode. If anybody asked, you guys asking?
Yes.
How did they just
Hi.
find her in the fucking debris? Jordan, I swear.
I think there's a lag.
Jordan,
I think there's a lag
there's
on
not
my
a
end.
lag.
I honestly think there's a little bit of a lag. We lost Nida.
The boys in black shirts.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
She's back.
There you are.
Hey.
Wonderful. Hello everyone.
She's back
I know
on.
all of our fan missed me.
All right, so now
Are we
hold
talking
on.
about
All
the
of our
episode?
fan.
Our belong to us. Love you, pest. Number one. Are we talking about the episode?
We really should. If we're doing it right, we gotta start from the beginning. So
Okay, so Jordan has to dance this time.
here we go.
Whoa, someone's playing a role this week.
Bring it down now. He's not gonna dance. He's stood up.
Jordan, Jordan,
He's just gonna eat some fruit.
don't. He's standing up, like thinking about like a graduate thesis or something. Yeah. Oh, he didn't even have headphones on.
No, he didn't even hear us. He stood up to
Wow.
eat some blueberries.
Hey,
He's
sorry.
gonna-
Are we talking about the episode now?
It's
I
great.
did some
It's
grapes.
This is the episode
great.
directed by a South Asian woman. Just throwing that out there.
It was great. It was a great episode.
It was
I
so
loved
good.
it. I can't believe the witches found Ahsoka because she called out to Sabine through the Force. It pinged up on their radar as if it was technology of some kind.
That was awesome, and they
That was
actually
that was the moment.
they
when the heart-
triangulated because they were a triangle, and then they
The heart-
internally pinpointed,
yeah,
and then
the
they
heart
blasted
cut-
the vicinity because
Right.
also they've the whole thing about combustion in space. If you want to go down that,
hard cut
like the whole
to-
thing about
to
explosions
the
and
witch's
lasers is going to
face.
be a problem.
The hard cut to the witch's face from Sabine's face. It really reminded me of the sequel trilogy. Every time.
This episode had so much going on between the prequel and the sequel trilogies. Oh my gosh.
You can see there
And the
going like
original.
this. They're gonna go like this, and I'm telling you, Snoke is gonna show up.
Oh my God! Don't do this!
just
Don't do
know-
this!
No.
This you're a conspiracy theorist about this. Snoke is one hologram.
Snoke isn't gonna show up, but you know who is? Like 100% gonna happen, guaranteed. Ray.
Yeah, they actually already said that in March, right? Because
They
Sharmeen
did.
Obaid Chinoy is directing that movie, and then this episode. Oh my gosh, there's so much going
Wait a
on.
second.
I was kidding. There's no chance. There's no. If Ray is in the last
Not-
episode, I will kill
Ray's
myself.
Ray's coming back into the franchise in a big way, though, and they're gonna have to pump that movie.
Not
Market.
here though. Not here though.
No, Ray's not doing Filoni's move. This is the
No.
this
Okay.
is the Filoni.
Okay,
But here's my.
I'm trusting
I
everyone
think
here.
it'll-
I'm
I
new.
think it'll either be Mara Jade, you know, and they might get like somebody really fucking cool to play her. You know, like wouldn't that be tight?
I want to know what Jordan thinks.
What I don't understand why
His
you're
face.
thinking this. I feel like if we introduce one more character, this late in the game, I think it's just gonna be.
This is also a
Only for
character
fan
they're referring
service.
to that's been exiled out into the old world stuff. It's not even in the new.
I-
That would make Luke. There would be another
Yeah, 'cause
strike
Mara
against
Jade
Luke.
Mara Jade was in the extended
Yeah.
novels,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But also Luke as a character, the fan base has already reacted so strongly to him copping out in the sequels that they wouldn't strike that again. I think, right? In the shows have been paying some respect to him, but like the Mark Hamill himself said like Luke is not a coward or whatever. I just think that marketing wise, Luke is not getting another thing.
But just follow the logic here. Ahsoka, Sabine, Hera. This is such a female hero-centered show. The best thing to do would be to take such a strong female character from the books that created Thrawn and put her in a new light in this story. I feel like it'll be revealed that she's been around, you know? I think
If it's
Mara Jade's
anything,
come
it's
back.
gonna be. If it's anything, it'll be that.
I also said Leia might be involved, and she was just super involved in this episode.
Okay. Wait, Jordan, I want to hear your thought, but then I have like three things as a set of things to say, and a lot of them are like undercurrent questions to Adam, and I would like to be on the agenda for that after this.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that this show has been very, very well done. With the caveat of it takes a lot to just kind of be like, all right, the first two episodes, you're gonna be like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What is this? Like, are these people? Like, who are these characters? You have to do a little bit of Rebels homework. But after that, you know, I mean, sincerely, starting from episode 3, it felt really self-contained. And I think that, because this was episode 7?
Yeah.
No, this was episode 7.
Mhm.
So there's
Yeah.
one episode left. I think that if they introduce any characters,
It was the
from
penultimate, like,
yeah,
get everyone together, sort of have fun, like fill out a story episode. It wasn't the plot
I
didn't
don't-
even like move forward either. So
yeah. I don't think we're
it'll
gonna
be
get.
weird if the last episode's a reveal.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anyone.
Is what
Yeah.
I think you're trying to say.
I think if anyone else comes in, it's not going to be a legacy character. It's going to be whoever the big villain, other than Thrawn, of Filoni's movie is going to be. Because like that was the thing I was noticing watching this episode. Is like there are so many questions that still have to be answered. That like if he's going to answer all of them, then that's a very packed episode 8. And it's like he's setting up his movie with it. So it's like
Right.
Can I say some general things? Can I say some general things?
Yeah.
This series
Okay.
is like a New Hope. This whole series is New Hope, right? So it's like the next movie is going to be Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, because then it's like he said that's going to tie up everything. So it's like Ahsoka and Mando and Bo-Katan and
Jordan,
Boba
it's
Fett,
happening
and they
right
all gotta
now.
go fuck up a guy.
Right now. What? Boba Fett? Anyway, so generally speaking, I watched this and I didn't check. I was like, it was a joke about like the meta of what I'm going to say next, which is this is like one of the best episodes of TV I've watched in a long time. It was fucking awesome. And I would like to say that in a way I'm a bit humbled. Overall, like my respect for the homework that you were mentioning, Jordan, and like interacting with other people about this, and like just now me not knowing like what you guys are talking about a second ago, where I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I will say super generically this was fucking awesome to watch, and I wish I watched in a theater because all the characters, despite how silly it seemed at times, had so much swag. Also, by like just now, I didn't mean anything offensively by it. I hope that is clear. It was like me being like, I don't know what's happening.
Understand either.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, I meant content wise. I've already. Anyway, I apologize. There's to say altogether, like the old spirit of Star Wars, or the spirit of old Star Wars, where you have like a super confident pilot, a super funny like set of droids. And question: has there ever been like a woman seeming droid in the world of films? I'm curious. I would love to learn more about that.
Solo.
Okay, what's that in? Is that in Clone Wars or Rebels?
No, it's in Solo.
Solo. Okay, I can't wait to watch that. I'm like really hyped to watch Solo now too. I feel like I'm not going to go into it with any of the biases I had before because of what you guys said before, which brings me to my second point of like, I think this last few episodes and getting to talk about it makes this such a good, weirdly good ambassador piece to people who are not fans of Star Wars to come on board and watch this, because you don't know what's going on, but it's such a work of art that is made by people who know and are deeply enriched by the content that, like, there's a whole world building thing. And right now, the Lord of the Rings show kind of sucked. And like The Witcher, which I'm watching as well, which I told you guys is fucking awesome to watch and side by side with this. Like, this is really good escapism for how the economy is right now. Like, I like really need this. I think it's dope. Ahsoka was really cool. You said before she's a wise character, and I like wasn't really getting that feeling. And then now, after I have a lot more appreciation for her interactions with Anakin a few episodes ago, and watching these Anakin holograms and training on the ship like other people have before her, and they always wear vests. I wanted to bring that up. They wear vests. They don't have sleeves when they're like learning something from a teacher. Is that a theme? Is that a meme? I don't know. But I just wanted to ask, about if there's like womanly droids, how I think this is something that really will bring non-fans on board. And is there a way that Disney is like, I wonder if Dave Filoni is going to be someone who, like, you guys said he's going to make a movie, right?
Yeah.
Or we don't know he is.
Yeah, it's his big movie to tie up all of his shows.
Okay, so is that like the same thing as a direct to streaming one, or will it be in theaters?
Theaters. He's getting the big release for it.
Will that have the same marketing as all these others have? Like, is this a whole relaunch or something?
I don't know if it'd necessarily be a relaunch, because it's meant to wrap everything up.
Okay, so it's like, that's interesting to me because I'm now getting into it. Now I'm like, this is some of the best shit I've ever seen. Anyway, I kind of got disorganized, but I wanted to share those things.
It's a cork. It's like they opened the bottle to see how much content can we make with this Star Wars extended universe. They poured hundreds of millions of dollars into it, and what they got out was, we're putting out too much too fast.
Yeah.
And so when they announced his movie, it was super clear. This is going to sort of be the end of making all these TV shows, and perhaps a return to form of full-length single stories every couple of years, because there's so much content now. There's just so much. It's like it's its own Star Wars streaming service when you click on the Star Wars tab. I think they've grown it so much. The announcing his movie came in tandem. I think it might have been a month.
There's a new ride or new addition to the Star Wars thing because of this too.
Closing down the Star Wars hotel. In Orlando.
The Halcyon.
So like that idea that it's big enough to carry all of this money, and so many people love it so much they're going to just pour all their resources into it. I feel like Filoni and Favreau are the only people who have actually been, and definitely like Jen at the bed, Jennifer Corbett with the Bad Batch. I think everybody who's making the stuff and not necessarily making the money grab, the stuff itself. Bad Batch season 2 was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's been really fucking good. And Rebels, like when you go back and rewatch Rebels, you see like, oh, they really like planted the seeds here for storytelling, not necessarily like world building where you want to go in and experience the world and live in the world. And wouldn't it be cool if I was Bo-Katan cries? It's like, that's not sort of that's not really what people are wanting. I think they realized that after.
I
trying
think doing that in the video games.
Sure, I agree. The video games, I agree.
It's a different thing.
It's clearly where everything is headed.
Yeah,
is like
the interactive video, but it's a different group
I don't
than
know
the
if
movie.
You remember in like 2015, there was an experience where you could go be a part of like a Star Wars Rebel ambush where you were a stormtrooper. Do you remember
Looking
this
that up.
experience you could do in LA?
Mhm.
I just remember that was huge. But
It was a
now
VR thing.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can do that real world. You can go to Disneyland, Disney World, a lot of different experiences. You can do it at home, pardon me. So I think
a lot of people just do it in their free time or in communities, obviously. I think we have a list of all of them. And the Rebel Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, that we do. They announced Filoni's movie and that Rey was coming back for her own movie. It's like they're probably going to announce one more movie,
That's really interesting to me because that's the award-winning like foreign director who is extremely respected in the industry. This is a woman-centered film, and Daisy Ridley is strong, right? And she's tall and she's like hard. So like there's a lot of potential there. But overall, I have another like not general question, but it's a theme that I'm seeing about like Jedi, because watching Thrawn and seeing all these visible metaphors they were doing about chess. So the chisel of chess. Thrawn is such a high-level thinker. He's outmaneuvering her, and yet I had a lot of respect for how this episode was about the logistics of actually reuniting and accomplishing a complex mission. That was very cool because they actually put storytelling time that was, like you said, extremely expensive to give us an episode of television for which I didn't pick up my phone. And I was like, wow, okay, they have to all accomplish these things. And I will say, hot take, I think Sabine is cool now. I noticed she's the only one who gets fucking hit by stuff. Her armor has to work. Somehow it's not her face or her head, but also the rest of her. No one else gets hit by anything. Ezra's just waving around cockily, not wanting his lightsaber. I don't know what's up with that. Why is that I don't know what's up with that. He's just like a force field dude now.
Just from a practical standpoint, he hasn't practiced with it in 10 years.
Fair. Okay.
He hasn't touched a lightsaber in a decade, right? So it's I think
how much training did he have before he went into the crab people land? By the way, they're great.
Yeah. In Rebels, yeah. How much like legit training did he get from Kanan in Rebels?
I mean, by the end, he was pretty good. I'd say he was like at least at the tail end of being an apprentice. Nobody has as much force sensitivity and strength as like Anakin did, but
dude, he's so dope in this.
I'd say he probably rivaled a couple Jedis. Like he was pretty
cool.
Good.
I mean, he would have been.
His force field attacks didn't work. Okay, they just didn't work. So maybe a lightsaber would have helped. And Sabine killed it. She used the like saber and blaster combo. What did you say?
He was able to stop a lightsaber using the force. That was pretty chill. I've never seen that.
Did you notice it?
That was
bend?
cool.
Yeah, it bent.
It bent.
Well, and that's. I think that's. Not to get too nerdy about it, but this is the whole podcast. I think that shows that she's bending. It's like very clear one-to-one visual of like her understanding of what she's doing is based on Baylan, and even at the end of that fight, Ahsoka says, "Join us."
Yeah, you could see the hesitation.
Like abandon her.
Yeah.
Was that like him saying like, okay, so that's like you're not my apprentice anymore,
done.
right?
Yeah.
That's why he's like one last lesson, and then like he's like, all right, now fuck off. Like you could tell when she's talking to Ahsoka at the end of that fight, like she was hesitating, she was contemplating, being like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go with you, because like that's gonna be an interesting thing to watch her going forward. Is she's completely lost now.
I will say she has a fascinating look. In the character design, is she in the? They're not from the other stuff, right? The original characters.
No,
they're new.
That's interesting stuff.
I think they're gonna reveal that she is Mara Jade. Like, I really believe it.
If she ends up being Mara Jade,
reason to learn what that's all about, or like an adaptation, maybe.
I'd be annoyed that it's not a stronger actress playing Mara Jade, if that's the case.
Dude,
Well, this actress fits the part that I'm seeing of this apprentice who's totally blank.
Dude, she fucking rocks. Dude.
You know what I think
She's
it is?
awesome.
I think I ruined it for myself because now every time I see her, all I hear is the Swedish Chef.
Yeah, well, you've
Yeah.
also crafted.
So I think I ruined it for
you did it to
myself. Every time I look at her, it's like, we have to go attack the Jedi. And I'm like, God damn it.
Okay, I want to keep talking. It's so much fun talking to you guys about Star Wars.
Yeah, honestly,
We gotta record.
Okay.
Let's start with Adam's PDF here.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Gosh, I wish we knew and were friends with Sherry O'Terry.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine?
Elspeth, is that going to be Nida?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to? Do
I'm
Thrawn?
fine with not doing that since I have a lot in the others.
I was gonna have you take Balin, and I was gonna take Thrawn.
Great.
Okay, so I am Elspeth.
Yeah.
Cool. We have them.
Our side is short one mercenary.
Impossible.
Where is Balin's skull?
Hold on, let me find out. Are you kidding me? Balin!
Huh?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Working.
You were sleeping.
No, I'm working on my important works. The power and the Jedi.
My lord, do you believe this? Grand Admiral,
Yes, the battle.
were you sleeping?
No, it was merely no. It was fuck me. I wrote this damn line. No, it was simply a highly strategic closing of the eyes.
Lord Balin is asleep on the battlefield.
No, I'm not.
Unbelievable. Enoch. Are you sleeping too? What is this, Imperial nap time?
Well, no, this is just how. Sorry. No, this is just how I talk.
In the future, I'm just gonna sound like myself. I really to sound like a white person, and I didn't do it right. I mean, like just a person. Someone sleep talk a little. Sleep talk a little.
Frightening reality.
Goldfish, I have a goldfish.
Sing a little.
There's a goldfish, man.
Is there a bridge? My brother was the bad guy in Casino Royale.
Hottie doesn't know. Hottie doesn't know. Don't tell Hottie, because Hottie doesn't know. All right.
Do a little share. A little share.
We'll share.
A little do you believe?
Great. Trial of Harris Syndulla.
Okay.
I'll take Hera for this one. But
Dope. General Syndulla, you stand accused of abandoning your post and conducting unauthorized New Republic operations. What do you have to say in your defense?
the threat of Thrawn's return is very real. Sorry, it's dog barking. Hold on.
You mind just turning your gain down just a little bit, Adam?
Yeah.
And Ari, could you turn your gain up a little bit?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll take it from my line. The threat of Thrawn's return is very real, and if we don't,
Yeah, I read your little report.
then you would know that
Were you baked when you wrote this shit? Seriously, Jedi, witches, space whales. What is this, Pinocchio? Am I right? High five. So, you guys suck.
The senator has a point, General. Without any concrete evidence of the purpose of your mission, I'm afraid I cannot help you.
senators, Chancellor, please be reasonable. Ahsoka has gone to
The planet that's also a space whale graveyard. What is this, Lion King? Right.
Senator, please.
And she's funny looking.
Senator.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm going to get a fair trial here. This guy seems real against me and is pretty obviously an Imperial loyalist.
Me? Are you kidding? What would give you that idea?
That is a bold accusation, General.
Come on, look at him!
Wait, you talking about me? Me? Are you talking again? Sorry, let's do it again.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, are you talking to me again?
He's clearly working for the Empire to establish some new kind of evil thing from inside our government.
Get in. I'm going to call you back. I am not doing that, okay?
Yes, you are!
I am not.
You totally are.
I find your lack of faith. Sorry. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's a thing Vader said once!
You can't prove it. And I find your lack of proof.
General, compose yourselves. You are adults. Oh, sorry. You are adults.
What about the recent conflict on Mandalore? Doesn't that prove Imperial activity?
Ugh, don't even get me started on that. Who were the spies anyway? Doesn't... Ugh, don't even get me started on that. Who were the spies anyway? The Darksaber is Sorry, I gotta make fun of it. Sorry. Ugh, don't even get me started on that. Who were the spies anyway? The Darksaber's important. Wait, no, it's not. It's unbreakable, except it can easily be broken just by Mandalorian armor. And they totally underutilized Giancarlo Esposito.
That was an Imperial attack.
Nah. Moff Gideon was pretty chill, man. I don't think he'd really do that unless those helmet guys really pissed him off.
Oh my God, who is it? Is it someone we know? Is it someone important? Is it Zeb? Is it Luke? Han? Oh, hey.
Hey, I know that guy.
Okay, so this direction, he talks like 3PO, but without the accent.
How do you do that?
Yeah, it's just like
You mean just talk like a little...
yeah, like the
staccato?
cadence of
Okay.
cadence of 3PO, but without the
But
accent.
don't do it like this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Apologies, Senator, Chancellor, General. I am here on behalf of Senator Organa. She has sent along a data disk that she hopes will clear up this whole unfortunate situation.
What does it say? What did it say?
It says, hope.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know myself. I was just that you killed that so much. That was so funny.
What the fuck does
You guys, you two of you are so funny.
That was a great one.
The fuck
was
was that?
The hum of the
the fuck does
should
that
be
mean?
like one of our sounds. Can we make that a little sound for TikTok?
Yeah, we can try.
Do you know how many people parade their dogs on TikTok in Star Wars costumes? A lot.
All right, Ezra's catch up.
Ezra's catch up. Who's been doing Ezra? Ari, you've been doing Ezra, right?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Great.
Never really thought about what I missed. The Empire was defeated,
Battle of Endor.
and the Emperor died.
That's what people say. He was killed by Darth Vader.
And Vader is also dead?
Killed by his son.
Who is also a Jedi and also blew up something called the Death Star?
Twice.
Wow. That's pretty huge. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around everything.
Oh, we haven't even scratched the surface. So Luke's got a sister who is also a general in the Resistance.
Oh, and she's a Jedi too?
Yes, but also no.
Okay.
So she's married to a smuggler who flies around with a Wookiee. He was frozen in carbonite by the Mandalorian bounty hunter, Boba Fett.
The Wookiee was frozen in carbonite?
No, Han Solo, her husband was. Sorry, no, Han Solo was.
Who's Han Solo?
Ezra, we don't really have time to slow down. Just keep up. So Boba Fett died in a Sarlacc pit, except no, he didn't. He actually survived and dances with wolves, the Tusken Raiders.
Dances with what? Should I be writing this down?
Boba set up shop as a daimyo on Tatooine, which we all thought was pretty cool at first, but then got boring. So the last 2 episodes were just sort of the Mandalorian.
Episodes.
So Din Djarin is a Mandalorian bounty hunter who found a little baby Yoda named Grogu, and they do space western adventures.
A Mandalorian bounty hunter, like Boba Fett?
No, not like Boba Fett. Not like Boba Fett at all. Well, kinda.
Jesus.
So Grogu can use the Force, and his dad finds Ahsoka, who sends him to train with Luke, but then he has to make a choice between the way of the Jedi or the Mandalorian, and he chooses to go back with his dad. Oh, and then they do space cops with Bo-Katan, who sits in chairs weird, and eventually retake Mandalore from Moff Gideon.
Wait, I thought the Empire was defeated.
Yeah, but somehow it returned. And that's what you missed on Glee.
I don't think I want to go back home anymore.
Excuse me, sir. Why did you put your horse inside of our little beam car? It's a predator of our species, and the horse keeps trying to eat us.
Gavroche, shut up.
No. I'm Gavroche's older brother, Michael Caine.
Oh, very good yes-anding, Michael Caine. Wonderful yes-anding.
Michael Caine. He said Michael Caine. He wouldn't, disrespect the
I'm
other.
sorry. Oh, fuck it.
Should I redo any of those?
Can I just get?
Yeah, I believe it's not daimyo, it's daimyo, right?
Daimyo?
Daimyo, yeah.
Adam?
Yeah.
Daimyo.
Daimyo.
Yeah.
Or no,
and
sorry.
also-
It's Daimyo. Daimyo.
Oh, never mind. Then
Yeah.
you're right. I know Jordan's got a note, but I also didn't Ezra know who Luke and Han were? Am I crazy?
No.
He didn't. Okay.
No.
All right, great.
They came in after he was already gone.
Mm-hmm. I checked.
Awesome. Nice. Great work.
Great
What-
fact checking. Authentic.
And great read, Nida. Very, very fast.
Yeah, excellent.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jordan.
Bottom of
Step
page
on.
2, the screaming line, the no, not
Yeah.
like Boba Fett, not like Boba Fett at all. Well, kinda.
Okay.
Like let that be like an insult, right? You're,
Okay.
you're very, very mad about that.
Okay. So, okay. Could you
I'll
hit
read
me
you
from
in. Sure,
beforehand?
sure.
Yeah.
A Mandalorian bounty hunter? Oh, like Boba Fett?
No, not like Boba Fett. Not like Boba Fett at all. Well, kind of.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
I want to keep riffing as the little guy.
Please.
Excuse me, Mr. Bridger. It's me, Gav Roche. I was wondering, why did you put this rat dog inside of the cabin with us here in this beam car? You know, he
That
wants
rat
to eat
dog
all of
has
us.
a name, and it's called Crab Eater. And Crab Eater
Was born with a terrible curse.
That's right. Born with
The
terrible-
name, it's incumbent in the name, actually, the curse. He had to eat crabs.
Look,
Does he get extra points for? Oh, sorry.
look how cute that thing is. It's got like a.
I understand that we're both cute, but
Well, you don't need to give yourself a compliment like that.
this
Gavroche, we've
He's
talked
extremely
about this.
confident. Ezra, he's very confident.
look at this thing. This thing wants to eat me right now.
No, he's fine. Aren't you, boy?
No little turtle crab.
Do these guys contribute? I don't know. Are they contributing to this?
Let me eat him.
Would we move faster if we were not?
Let me eat him. Let me eat him. Let me eat him. Let me eat him. Let me eat him.
He just said he was going to get eaten.
Did you hear what he's saying?
Oh,
He's
you know
saying
I
let me
don't
eat him.
speak. You know I
Eat
don't
him.
speak Howler.
Hey,
Who's a good
hey,
boy? Who's a good
Hey.
boy?
Hey. And I'm just seeing now. You have really incredible.
Eyes? I know. Thank you.
Ezra, they are only we're all fighting. They're only helping you. They're only protecting. They're only listening to you. And I have a lot on my hands.
Well, don't worry, Sabine. If the fighting really gets bad, they'll just hide and not come out and just do real cool takes to the camera, like puppets.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'll handle the lightsaber, and you and your friends will do this thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
And you are going to just like force field, and I'm going to use the actual blaster.
Yeah,
and the
Gavroche.
lightsaber.
Gavroche really useful. Gavroche, show her your slingshot.
Well, Howler ate my slingshot, and I must say, I'm looking at all of your fancy weapons, and you, Ezra, you can literally raise buildings just using the power of your mind. Why haven't you outfitted any of our eggs?
Is this your life coach?
Weapons.
Is this little thing?
Yeah, Gavroche, you know, I'm kind of in the middle of a big emotional revelation right now. I'm not really looking for, I don't know, notes from you on how I've been living my life. And that kind of, I'm just saying that kind of feedback wasn't really asked for right now.
I didn't say anything before, but I have something to say.
You've been saying a lot.
You've used 2 of your wishes by rubbing that lamp, and the third, you promised the genie you would let him free. But
Look,
me,
He said so much in this time that people actually like me now.
I would like to be 6 foot tall.
Gavroche, you know I can't use that wish. Jasmine isn't sure that she loves me yet.
Well, if you make me and my 3 brothers 6 feet tall, we'll move to New York City and start eating pizza. This went a lot of different places.
Yeah. All over.
Did you have something that you wanted specifically, Ari?
Yeah, I just wanted to include Gavroche and to say, just to pop to, you know, the rat dog being in the cabin with him and being like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Because every time they would cut during the fight scene, you'd see all the other things, all the other rat dogs being ridden around. And then you'd cut to see, you know, like these takes of the Moti. And every time it would cut to a Moti in Gavroche's thing, Sabine's Howler would just be like chilling back there as if it wasn't just begging to eat all of them. So yeah, I just wanted to have, you know, that as like a tag or something. You know, it wasn't enough for a whole sketch.
Yeah, but we can use it for a tag.
I would like to be 6 feet tall.
I would like to be 6 feet tall. All right, connections. Is this just you and me, Jordan? No, Slim. Oh yeah, it is. It's just you and me.
It's Slimo, sandwich artist, and oh yeah, I guess Luke. I didn't realize how many of my characters are in this.
You're good, dude. You're good. Adam, will you do sandwich artist?
I was hoping I would. Yes, I will.
Sweet. Okay, cool. My scans are being jammed.
That's why I can't stop talking about that line.
My scans are being jammed.
All right, let's do it.
All right. My scans are being jammed. I cannot locate Lady Wren.
We don't need a scan. There's another way.
Do you think your bond is that strong?
Sabine.
Ahsoka?
Oh. Luke? Is that you?
Yes, I felt you call me through the Force. Is something wrong?
No, sorry. I was meaning to call Sabine.
Ah, well, it's me, so, how you doing?
Yeah, actually, you know, time's a little tight. Kind of a factor here, so... yeah, actually, time... Fuck. Yeah, actually, time is kind of a factor here, so I gotta go. I'm gonna go try and find Sabine.
Well, hey, you called me. You know, it's not like I'm just sitting around. I'm doing stuff. I'm busy, too.
Okay. Bye.
Well, that was awkward. Perhaps your connection to Lady Wren isn't as strong as you think.
No, I can do this. Sabine.
Thank you for calling Sando Calrissians. Best sandwiches in the galaxy. Would you like to try our Sarlacc sample platter?
Is Sabine there?
We don't have a sandwich called Sabine, ma'am.
No, not a sandwich. A person. Is there a person there called Sabine?
1 minute.
Are you getting sandwiches?
Sorry.
Are you getting sandwiches? Can I get a foot-long Obi-Wan bologna?
Sorry, ma'am. There's no Sabine working here.
Damn it.
Can I interest you in a Cambo?
No, goodbye. Sabine.
Congratulations, you're the 49th caller on Sleemo, and...
The sludge.
Are you ready to guess the sound of the day?
No, I'm trying to find my Padawan. Sabine. All right, for 50,000 credits, what's this sound? I don't have time for this. Good Lord. That's the sound of a great disturbance in the Force. As if millions of voices cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Oh, sorry, it was just a fart with reverb.
Damn it.
So where are we at with the sandwiches?
Obi-Wan Baloney, man.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Baloney.
Obi-Wan bologna.
Obi-Wan Baloney. Almost the name of Weekend at Chewie.
This episode was great for Hu Yang. He was great in this episode.
Yeah, he straight up just like had moments where he was just like looking at the camera, saying things like, "Oh, they're all back together. I hope I live long enough to say hi." Like he just had all these great one-liners.
Yeah, man. I mean, 3PO and Hu Yang need to have a scene.
3PO felt a little
I wonder,
different.
Adam and Jordan, I wonder what Hu Yang and 3PO having a scene might sound like and look like.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good question.
You guys aren't gonna guess and it and do a little riff?
Master
Oh,
Luke.
sorry,
can
I'm
do it,
Michael
Adam.
Caine. Oh, doesn't feel good, does it?
Sometimes I got nothing. Sometimes I got lots.
And sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
You know, it's
3PO and Hu Yang would have like a great, like very pedantic conversation about like everyone else being insufficient. I guess
they would tell
3PO's
each other
anxiety.
about each other. They
That would
tell
be
each
that
other
that could
facts
make
about
sense.
each other.
3PO would talk about how many languages he knows, and Hu Yang would be like, I've been alive for the cycle of all of those languages.
Mm-hmm.
And
David
probably
Tennant is
the
shining more now.
Probably the funniest part is when Hu Yang goes, "I'm Michael Caine."
That was probably that was like in the top 3 highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I love when you see it's Anthony Daniels in it.
But he seemed like his mic was not on. He was not like his presence. I don't know. They could have put some like boosters in his heels. Okay, I meant like it's very like he's just not present or you can't hear him compared to everybody else. And it's just, like it's such a legendary thing. And he like, yeah, being like, I don't have to show you credentials. And then he walks in, he's like, oh, I can like somebody wrote and called it Deus Ex Droid. That was like a cool way of putting it. And it's like, well, Anthony Daniels fucking loves talking about this, doing it, being present for it. They could have like made like in the first movies, he's so gold. You know what I mean? He stands out so much. It's bananas. In this, I didn't quite understand it because lighting is very important, right? She becomes Ahsoka the whole show's palette changes. And like I read about that was pretty cool. And he shows up and I'm like, did somebody like desaturate you and like turn your volume down? And like, shouldn't this be shot like at this level where feels authentic? Because this whole side plot of Hera, I get the value. And the same person had written that Senator, how do you pronounce it? Giono?
Yeah. I think it's DiGiorno.
Yeah, I think so.
It's DiGiorno.
It definitely was. Senator Delivery is a different senator. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh no, not delivery.
It's
DiGiorno.
somebody had said that senator seems like he'd rather be on Andor, the show, and like that was a very interesting way of putting it. But Hera's defense and like the fact that it's just a person painted green and it doesn't have any of the prosthetics or things to make them look different, and they're like because the director of this episode also did this big trial in House of the Dragon. I read that in the first season. It was like a big deal. And I looked at some of the photos from that and I was like, that's very cool that this director has done both things. And that was apparently like I don't know, much more intense thing or whatever. But in this case, that doesn't measure up to like the romping good time on Paradea, which is like Star Wars at its height, you know? It felt very like jokesy.
It felt a little bit like weird. It definitely felt like a cop out. Or it was like, oh, well, all you need is just a celebrity from the original trilogy to come in and like I guess that's just how government works, like a monarchy, right? That
and
General
like
Organa.
This evidence, this is a note from the doctor that says they were sick that day from school. And beyond that, the backup who said, well, what about the conflict on Mandalore? I read that, please, like, I'm just sharing these things so you can tell me if I'm wrong, that it's like an echo to a line in one of the prequels. And it's like, what about the attack on X other place? And there's a lot of echoes to previous things in this and on that side. And at like I think the detriment of me believing that this has any validity, because they're like, she abuses her power for personal gain. What the fuck did she gain from this? Right? The validity of like the random ardor, rancor, please.
Yeah, it's just that scene sort of merges Mandalorian season 3.
Oh yeah, that's the okay.
All of the the original trilogy. Hello.
I respect the desire to do that, though. I will say, like, I respect the connection of these things.
The conflict on Mandalore very much is what ended season 3 of Mandalore. You know, that's what they're talking about.
I just feel like it would have been. I appreciate that, and I think that that's a good function. Perhaps if it felt less like they were remonstrating somebody just for like the reason of expelling her, and that we've seen that scene in so many places, right? The Matrix, so many big like sci-fi and fantasy franchises where the character stands against their own peer group and has to be a voice of reason and has what the allies are pointed out and the leaders like validity is usually like reinforced. And Star Wars is the different one, right? Where Palpatine is the bad guy the whole time, and like the entire Senate in this grounds where you have that's fucking awesome. So like this trial, it would have been cool if the cinematic it would have been upgraded a little, because it felt like that's all. Because the other shit was so dope. Also, can I add the space whales going into hyperspace to get the fuck out of the minefield? That is like something where I'm always desirous of that, where I'm like, why don't you get the fuck out of here in hyperspace? Whenever you're in trouble, whenever shit's going on, hyperspace out of here. And they never do. And like this time the whales did it and none of them died. It was so nice. It felt like a gift. Because I was worried about that last episode when they're like, destroy the whales with prejudice. And I was like, how are you going to do that? I thought about a racist whale sketch and then I decided against it.
Those whales are hundreds of millions of years old, right?
Dope.
They're like older than the galaxy itself, right, Adam? They came there from
the only reason why people in the galaxy hyperspace lanes is because of the Purgle.
Oh, this is going back to like the roots.
Yeah. So it's like
totally like cool.
So like a ship in that situation has to calculate to the hyperspace route, whereas the Purgle can just jump to the hyperspace route.
True. That is sick though. Ships should learn from that in just hyperspace randomly. I don't know. That is sick.
They tried to.
Yeah.
Well, then you get like in the sequels, Poe Dameron doing his light speed jump, which made no fucking sense.
Dude, Poe Dameron as a character and like what has happened with the sequel trilogy has set up true investment, I think, in some of that core lore, we can call it or whatever.
Well, that's everyone's thinking that, Filoni and Favreau are retconning the sequels, and it's like, no, they're explaining them.
Yeah, they're not going to use the world between worlds to delete them like that meme said.
They're explaining them. They're establishing them. They're doing the same thing that Lucasfilm did with Filoni back during the early 2000s, where they were like, hey, make all this make sense with an animated series. They're going to Filoni and Favreau and going, hey, make all this make sense with a whole bunch of shows.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They don't do that with their other franchises, it seems.
Zuma
So
have
this was
anything?
like a ramp, like just rollicking good time, I would say. Hi, baby. Hello.
She says, "I love you all. You did a good job on the stream today, everybody."
Thank you.
Thank
Michael
you.
Caine. So I think we could call it here. And thanks everybody. Anything you guys want to say before we jump off?
You guys wrote such awesome stuff this
Yeah,
week.
Jordan and
It was
Adam.
so
Thanks.
awesome.
Thanks, Nida.
I'm learning a lot. Thank you.
I want to say that we had that my prediction from last week came true. That we were gonna have an little Ewok moment from our from the Nodi.
Yeah,
Is it Nodi?
no tea.
Not the Nati. That happened. I think didn't we have another prediction come true?
Oh, that's right. When we were predicting what happens in the next one, you guys had a few.
C-3PO.
Yeah, we
I
were
kept
gonna
on
get
saying somebody who's gonna come back.
We're about to get a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Anything?
I had also.
Sorry, Nida. Yeah.
I did want to share that I had ChatGPT write a comedy sketch, and I did send it to Jordan because I was like, "This is like I don't know how to think when I see something like this." And I did think I'll show it to you guys, but if you want to see it, I can text it to you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, send it on over.
Yeah, we'll
It's
do.
great.
Awesome.
It's ridiculous. Jordan said it was like it was like a Marvel script, which
Oh,
structured.
nice.
Okay, bye.
Anything to add, Adam?
No.
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm Michael Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
This has been Weekend at
I'm
CHEWIE'S
sorry.
here
I
at Chili's,
apologize.
where you got the baby back ribs.
It-
Great bit.
The kyber
It is
crystal,
alive.
the size of a
It is alive.
tangerine.
Oh shit. Balin Skoll's kyber crystal, his green kyber crystal.
Yeah, on his belt.
belt.
Yeah.
I noticed that after somebody pointed out in a meme. Okay, so maybe we'll get a good Balin. That'd be cool. Maybe
Yeah,
Balin
honestly,
will
his
pass
journey, I do think Ray Stevenson's passing has made this character in a way iconic as we're watching it, and is changing the experience or the investment I have, because I'm pretty disappointed that I will not see more, or that there will be an end to what is a very like a character of gravitas, which you don't have very often. So
That's
you know,
something I was
RIP.
saying watching this one. Is like he's definitely getting set up to do big shit in Filoni's movie, but now he can't do big shit in Filoni's movie. It's the same
But
as
that's very interesting.
like
in a
Rise
way.
of Skywalker was originally written to be Leia's movie, and then we
Right.
we're short on
True.
Leia.
Leave Schreiber.
Oh yeah, he would crush that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty
That
cool.
would be dope.
He was amazing. Sabretooth in a terrible film.
He would be great.
Ray
And did you guys
Donovan
ever watch
with
his
a
SNL?
lightsaber.
Yeah, he's great on that.
Mhm.
SNL was fun.
That one, and he had a sketch with Leslie Jones about a man, like about what was it called, House Hunters or something like that. Everyone should rewatch that for inspo this week for our campaign to now get him cast on the show.
All right. Well,
Cool.
thank you guys for tuning in.